properly fabricated.
Oh, well, that's a little different
And
than
they
what you
took it
said.
back.
So it wasn't up to, it didn't meet the standards that we expected.
No, it didn't meet their standards.
Their
The
standards.
manufacturing of the carpet
Okay.
didn't meet their standards, and so they're picking up the full cost of a temporary carpet.
Okay.
And at some point in time, as quick as possible, they'll put down the permanent carpet.
So that carpet was not even sent to us. It was
No.
pulled at the area of manufacturing.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
This is
You want to report on anything else regarding the subcommittee meeting on?
Obviously, we received a report on where we are with everything. Paving is going to occur today, I
Today.
believe.
Final paving.
It's a great day for that. Signage, interior signage will be put up on Monday. We're still laying some flooring. The kitchen was they had startup, and that went well. So that's another area off of our list. But again, it's the finalizing of all of the areas of the home. We've been walking through with punch lists because, obviously you want to make sure that things are, doors are closing properly, and making a list of things that need to be fine-tuned once everything is all set. So we're working on that as we speak. But things are going smoothly. Time Warner was here, I believe, at 4 o'clock this morning to make that final connection. So I believe we're live now with Time Warner. So I think that, it's a lot of activity over there. You walk in and you're looking and you wonder where all the workmen are, but we were told yesterday there were 67 still doing those final kinds of things in the home.
And the flooring is still ongoing, I guess.
The
they've
flooring
got
is downstairs now, and I think it's, obviously it's ongoing, but.
Yeah. I would assume that Friday, that only a certain section of the nursing home would be toured.
Well, I believe the way in which it's planned for the vendor pre-opening is that we will be going to the kitchen, the back of the building, and then upstairs to see.
The east wing?
Upstairs east wing,
Yeah.
second floor east, to see obviously the household as well as the rehab center, rehab area.
Okay.
Is
Yes,
any
Mr.
sign of the pellet boiler showing up?
September. I asked that yesterday, and
And I asked that this morning.
Chris said that the pad has been poured for the
Silent.
holding of the pellets. And it will be ready to go, but it won't be delivered until September. So we were concerned way back about having to find rental space and everything else for the furnaces, but it's just so happened that they're not coming until September, which is okay. If they fire them up, it will be cooler then, and we'll have a better reading as to how they function. Okay, getting back to our minutes, a motion was made to accept the non-public minutes for Wednesday, May 18th, 2011. I'll second the motion. Any further discussion on those minutes? Hearing none, all those in support of the motion say aye.
Hi.
Aye. All those opposed? Anybody abstain? I assume you voted in support?
Yep,
Okay.
I make the motion.
And motion passes. 16, 17.
Let me sign. Sign it.
Oh, you didn't sign it? Sorry. I thought she didn't sign it. Okay, do we have any other minutes?
No, that's it.
Any other reports?
Yes, I have a few
ahead.
reports tonight. Uh, There was a subcommittee meeting on Monday for the delegation, and a number of items came up, one of which,
On policy.
on policies, yes. One of which I was asked to get in contact with the New Hampshire Association of Counties to poll other counties as to question of appropriations and who who does actually movement of line items. And I was in contact with Betsy Miller over at the New Hampshire Association of Counties, and she will poll. She said she would poll as of yesterday and get back to me, and I will get back to Representative Fleck, who asked me to do this. I also would like to talk about something that for the upcoming New Hampshire Association of Counties conference that's happening. I was asked to find a speaker for the opening ceremonies, and I have gotten Mary Morin, who is a veterans counselor. She heads the veterans counseling. She's offered to speak at this conference, and I've passed that along to the New Hampshire Association of Counties. I've also been in contact with Governor Lynch's office about coming to the event. It's a bit early for them to make commitments because it's too far out, but they know the time and they know what it's going to be what we're going to be doing, and they will get back to us. That's about it.
Regarding the New Hampshire Association of Counties, I was called Monday morning by the chairman of the nominating committee for officers, and I was asked if I would be willing to be nominated by the committee to be the president of the New Hampshire Association of Counties for the next 2 years. I would go in effective October at the annual meeting in North Conway. I did say that I was up for re-election in November of 2012, and whether I would get re-elected or not is always up in the air. And I said to her, do a good job in picking a good vice chairman in case I don't get re-elected. So anyway, that's where that stands. So the nominating committee chairman has asked me, the full nominating committee, I guess, needs to act on that as well.
And I will be on a member of the nominating committee. Commissioner Kenny, who was supposed to be there, but she could not make the meeting, so I will be there.
But I was going to do conference call.
I don't know what, I was asked to be on the committee, and I said,
who asked you?
Betsy Miller?
Because she sent me an email and she said I could be on a conference call.
Well, I'll
I will ask her again
Yes.
what she's
sort
doing.
it out.
Okay.
Be fine for me.
Okay. Will, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just have a couple quick things to notify the commissioners about what's been going on with our departments. Last week, they spent, I believe it was a half a day or a day, hooking up a water hookup down in the village. There was a job that Representative McConkey's company was working on down there, and they had to put a hookup in, and I guess that went relatively fine. With that, they gotta get, I believe they still have to get a plumber that comes in to put the meter in. We don't do that, they have to hire a plumber to do that. So I believe that went fine. Last count that I could count up last night was 1,053 pints of blueberries that we did this year. There may still be a few stragglers out there, but they've really gone downhill, and the geese have been flying now and have found where they're at and have been indulging themselves.
Excuse me, how many? 1,150
1,053. 1053
pints?
pints.
At $2 a pint?
Right.
2 1/4.
$2 a pint.
$2 a pint. So that's an income of 2,000 that
A little over 2,000.
was, you only planned for 1,000, so we made, it was a positive increase of 1,000.
Pretty much, I guess
Okay.
you could say. that'll lead me into the next thing is looking at the budgets and what we've had budgeting. I know there's the delegation meeting coming up to review second quarters. Our revenues don't look
Sure.
very impressive for second quarter because most of our income comes in the third and fourth quarter, primarily the third quarter.
Yeah.
But I keep track to date in my computer in the shop of our revenues, and I feel that we're doing very good. The wood, I think we're going to have no problem with meeting, if not exceeding. The hay is going to be close. I'm looking at the barns empty pretty much of first cut. We're waiting to get a second cut, and I'm still a little bit shy on it, but I'm hoping that that second cut's going to make that, so that's going to be close. Produce, we're to what you're talking about, the blueberries, we were supposed to make $3,500, but we made over $2,000 just in blueberries, and that's not counting pumpkins and all the stuff coming out of the garden. So I think we're going to be no problem exceeding the produce sales. And the other stuff, the use of equipment looks a little bit down, but the maintenance income of our labor, it's the way she puts them in the computer basically. So they're kind of evened out on each other, so everything seems to be looking pretty good. I think that we're going to be, barring nothing goes major wrong, I think that we're going to be hitting our numbers, if not exceeding our numbers again this year. Basically, we've been trying to keep up on lawn maintenance. Now that we've been getting rain, the grass has been growing again, and so we've had a lot of work there. The old garage, I had commented a couple weeks ago that we started painting on that. We're almost done with it. We have a little bit more trim work, but we went around and replaced some of the rotten boards. When the rain comes off, it splashes and hits the rough sawn boards, which makes the whole bottom part rotting. So we replaced those and have painted that up, trying to keep that barn in shape. The old cow barn is going to be torn down that we were budgeted for. The electric runs in there, and the electric feeds other barns out there, and a gas pump and different things. So I've had the electrician come out. I'd like to get that prepared so when the Always Wrecking comes out to take it down, we've all the electrical disconnected, because that was part of their thing. They wanted
What
all
about
this.
water?
There's no water out down there, because that was on the old system. When they ran the
Okay.
new system, they didn't hook into anything down there.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about that, just electrical. So he's working on that. We did third quarter testing, water testing this week. We went down, took those down to Concord. The nursing home needs some of those numbers for their permits or whatever that they need for the new home. So we're working on trying to get that information as quick as possible for them. It's just dependent on the labs. We've done our leg of it. Monday.
Did you take the samples out of the nursing home, the new nursing home?
No, I'm working on an issue. I didn't really want to fully report on it until we figure out what's going on, but I guess Chris is taking or Denron or whoever out there takes
They're taking them?
out of the home.
Denron is taking it out of the faucet.
Okay.
But they asked to have, actually Dave Senical asked to have 2 reports, one from the home, but then one from our
The
system.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
doing the system one, and they're doing the home one. And starting Monday, I'm sure that Sandy will talk about, but I believe they have the semi coming in with some beds. So probably at least half of my staff and probably all the inmates will be helping over there, unloading, setting up beds, which will put us shorthanded at the farm, but trying to plan for that so that what few things need to be done.
That's being planned for 2 days, right? But maybe only take one?
2 days, we think that that's a little conservative. It takes about, I don't know, 6, what do we figure?
Yeah.
6-10 minutes to
Yeah.
put the bed apart. It's just taking them, what's gonna take the time is uncrating them and what have you, but we're hoping for many hands to make the work a little lighten the load.
So you got more people than the farm's going to provide?
We're working on that now, yeah.
You're working on
Yeah,
it?
people will say, yes, they're able to do that, but then to
Show
actually
up.
finalize it, so we've been putting calls out. So.
Okay.
And
Good.
our next week, I plan for the most part, as much as Sandy needs us over there, I'll try to free up at least one staff member, if not 2, with as many inmates as possible to assist over there, so that some of the work will slow down at the farm, but we're over there helping out. Like I said before, pretty much all the hay is delivered out first cut. I have very little in the barn, and it's just a matter of getting a nice day to deliver it. It's already spoken for, so I would pretty much confident to say right now we're sold out of first cut hay. Very little mulch in the barn. We've sold what mulch we have. I do have more mulch to make here in the next few weeks, so I'm hoping to stockpile some in the barn a little bit